Welcome, everyone. I am Valorizing, the founder of the Industrial Kingdom. And today we are having like a quick and very impactful Q&A with Peter and Carl. Hi, guys.
Hello.
From Wageningen University and Research in the Netherlands. And the purpose of this quick Q&A session is to discuss our new and very exciting project, the Lactomax project. So please, if you can tell us a bit about Wageningen and your department specifically. And after that, what is the Lactomax project?
Okay. Well, thanks, Valerie, for inviting us to this nice talk. About Wageningen, I mean, Wageningen is an ecosystem composed of, the university side, which is mainly focused on education and fundamental research. There is the applied research part. This is where Peter and I belong. Which is mainly focused again on applied research and contractual work. And there is the entrepreneurial section of Wageningen that is mainly focused on, startup acceleration, the corporate world. And we
Mhm.
all are here in this campus collaborating with each other internally and, of course, with the external world. So, and specifically, we have multiple departments in Wageningen University. Our department is name is Wageningen Food and Biobased Research. So, as the title says, we mainly focus on food and research and bio-based research-related topics.
Mhm.
So that's in a nutshell about Wageningen. Mhm.
Such an important department, specifically for our industry. And I'll bet right now you're going to be having a lot of projects because of how important this is for the future of the food industry.
Yes, yes, we are seeing a huge momentum, especially focused now on the bio-based section. We are seeing a very big momentum happening in the market, and that also from the Dutch government, who are heavily supporting topics related to the bio-based topics.
Sure. So, what is the Lactomax? Obviously, the title gives it away a bit that it has something to do with dairy. What is the Lactomax project in a nutshell?
The Lactomax project is basically a follow-up of a project that we have done in the last few years, where we looked at the valorization of side streams that occur when you process dairy. So if you
Mhm.
start with milk, then first step generally is to remove most protein from milk in a factory, and then you do that by, for example, making cheese. But then
Mhm.
you have a lot of side products called whey that you need to do something with. Well, on small scale farms, the whey is usually used either for animal feed or is discarded. But as you see in the Netherlands, that we have very large industry processing milk into cheese or into caseinate. We get an enormous stream of whey that you need to then valorize accordingly. And what you see is that currently whey is in fact more valuable product than cheese. So cheese you could call the byproduct of the whey production.
Yes.
And part of this whey we valorized through fermentation. So if you process whey, you end up with a sugar-rich and salt-rich side product that is difficult to do something with. And we have identified a microorganism that can cope with the high salt and high sugar levels of this side stream and produce then a biomass or a oil in a fermentation
Mhm.
process. And this is a very interesting development that because you make from a low value side product, you make actually a high value end product by
That is
fermentation, which is
excellent
a
there.
upcoming
Yeah.
technique.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the way, really, what to do with
Uh,
whey is right now the million-dollar question. I think in the, as well in the dairy industry and in the other industries that are using these byproducts. Carl, can you tell us a bit about the SMP program?
Yes, sure. So the SMP stands for Seed Money Project. This is a program financed by the Dutch government, and it one of its prerequisites is to encourage collaboration with developing countries. And naturally, when I see things that fit with Lebanon, I will try to do it there. And it's a program that runs once or twice per year. And also why we call it seed, because in general what we see that the results or the outcomes of such a project usually go to a bigger program that is also subsidized by the Dutch government. So we try to create the proof of principles during this kind of project, and then we expand the project to a multi-million euro project in a different program. So that's why we do this on a yearly basis once or twice. It's a very fundamental program. Yeah.
Great. So, what is your goal with the Lactomax project?
Our goal with the Lactomax project is basically this project is about knowledge transfer to developing countries. So what we want to do is show what we have developed in other projects. So this technology to process a side stream from the dairy processing into a high value ingredient that you could use, for example, in pet food or in human food. So show this to developing countries how this can be done, which technology is involved, which methods you should use to get in the end the same product as we get here. So we want to develop the technology here and then distribute the technology towards Lebanon so that there it can also be adopted.
That is really an amazing scope. Also, that you are involving, let's call it less developed countries, which will be able to benefit from this side stream. We have, for example, in Lebanon, you chose well because we have a very active dairy industry, but it is quite fragmented. I think this kind of, let's call it exercise, will help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But on the other hand, you see that the dairy farm that is now involved in the project is actually quite a front runner in the dairy industry, I would say, and is doing already a lot of processing with their dairy, making all kinds of products that they sell from their farm and also in local shops. So there's quite you shouldn't downplay too much the dairy industry
No, I'm saying it is. We have a lot of dairy. We have a lot of dairy, but we need the side stream, if you want, valorization avenues or new ideas to really use this side stream to create profit centers, right? This is how I see the
yeah,
Lactomax. No? Who
yeah,
would
yeah,
be
sure.
the industries to benefit from the Lactomax project, if you want, as to use that byproduct that you're planning to develop or facilitate, and who should be following this project throughout its development to see the outcome at the end, at the closing event?
Yeah, I think that processors that use ingredients, for example, they use yeast extracts in their products, or that make pet food for cats, for dogs, and also young animal feed producers. They all should watch closely towards this project because we have seen in previous studies already that the application of this material that we make by fermentation is very interesting to be used in these kind of products. So to replace ingredients that are currently quite expensive, but with this material that we make from a dairy side stream, that's a big benefit for these type of industries.
Got it. And
Yes,
for
Peter.
people and industries who are interested in this, how can they follow on the progress and how can they get additional information?
This project will run for a little bit more than a year, and we will give regular updates through different channels. So you can find it on this website. Also via EFOST, we will give some attention to the project, and there will also be from the Wageningen University and Research site. There will also be some updates about the project. And if you want to have more information, people can always contact us, and then we can see what we can share and how we can help them further.
Great. And I know we have a podcast scheduled to kind of announce the results of the end of the project. So we will be as well announcing that, where people who have been following can see exactly what happened during the progress and know what are the next steps.
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to share anything else with our audience and with people watching this Q&A?
Not right now. We are just starting up the project now, so collecting the side streams and preparing to do the first runs here. Yeah, very eager to start, and well, we'll keep you updated as soon as we get
Yeah.
results.
It is important to note that we started, like, the kickoff meeting was in late March, so this is still in the beginning, and we will be giving some updates throughout the progress. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Carl. And we are very excited to be part of this project. And for our audience, please stay tuned and send us questions and comments.
All right. Thank you very much, Valerie.
Yes, thank you, Valerie.
See you. Bye-bye.